Scoot over this way, bud. Hey guys, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yes, they can hear you, but I can't.
Okay, I've got slow. All right, LaDonna, can you turn your sound down? All right, good deal. Okay, guys, a couple of things to begin with. We're going to keep it short tonight. We've got a family commitment, so we're going to try to keep it to an hour. Yes, I do have the comments on slow, but as you see, we've got so many comments flooding through. It's going to be extremely difficult for me to keep up with them. Ethan, my son here with me, scoot over a little bit, but you're almost out of the screen. He doesn't like to talk much, but Ethan's here. Mom Pratt's helping moderate in the kitchen. We just wanted to do something as an alternative to all the chaotic after Thanksgiving shopping. Glad you guys can hear me. I guess first thing we'll address is I've had a lot of comments asking us about the new M100 that Miller has developed.
Peter Van.
The what?
Peter Van.
Hello, Peter Van. Thank you. Thank you. Rotator. It is an awesome piece of machinery. People have asked if we're going to get one. The answer is currently no. They're extremely expensive, and they're a long time out. There's only one current production model, and it's already spoken for. There's a couple others that are in production, but they are going to Talon. They've not seen Talon in the videos recently. Talon is, I like that. Yes, I made the comment that if somebody wanted to do the crowdfunding or a GoFundMe, that would be great. But I don't think we could do that. I'd love to, but I don't think we could. Anyway, back to Talon. Talon has taken over as one of the shop managers, and he actually works in the shop more now and is not able to be out on the road as much because his job requires him to be in the office. He does go out on some of the bigger jobs. As you've seen, like on the pipe rollover, Talon was with us. That was after hours, after regular business hours. We were at the fair, and Talon got to join us on that. He still enjoys going out. He just doesn't get the opportunity to go. Ethan is now 16. I know there's people have been commenting on older videos when Ethan didn't get out of the truck. That was because I wouldn't allow him to. Our insurance wouldn't allow him to. He could ride along, but he couldn't go out on the jobs with me. Now he's old enough to where he can go out on site and be part of the team. So that's great. I'm loving it. No, Ethan doesn't look very excited. Come on, bud, Virgo.
Everybody loves your shirt. Kane, love the videos. Keep up the good work.
Yeah. One of our cats just went crazy behind us. Anyway. Oh, wow, Kane.
Kane and Corey Shellman, both happy holidays. Thank you.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Love you all. Thank you very much. Greetings from Australia. Yes, I have a lot of Australian fans. Michael's a good friend of mine. Came for a visit this summer. We had a great time here. Another good friend of mine came to visit, Ray Jones. He's one of our moderators. So is Michael. And then get people that send me nice little gifts. Like one of them is the necklace I'm wearing. Ethan's got one too. And then someone had some
I found it. It was in my shirt.
Engraving. Yeah, it was in your shirt. Mug. I'm always carrying around a mug. Everybody knows that. So filled with water or some kind of hydrating drink. How many subscribers have you towed? That's a good question. I don't know. I hear people say that I've towed them in the past, and I've done so many over the 30 years that it's hard for me to remember. Hey, Ron and family, the yellow D-rings on the back side of the, okay.
Hello, Carrie Trucker. Hello.
I get that question a lot. What are the big rings on the back? Okay, Pro Carry Trucker, it is an 18 speed behind a Cummins ISX 550. The big D-rings on the back of the rotator are for anchoring the back side of the rotator. If you were to have the turret turned and you had like a piece of heavy equipment or another truck and you were doing a side pull, you could tie a winch line or any kind of heavy rope, anything to anchor the back side of the rotator off using those D-rings. That's basically what they're designed for, is an anchor point to counteract the force of the pull. Keep up the good work, Ron. Glad to hear everyone is doing great. Can you do a walk around of the traffic control pickup, Nathan? Yes, we have that planned. Just don't have everything set up the way we want it yet. Of course, that's an ongoing process. For anybody that doesn't know, we do have a traffic control unit that we've set up and we've started using already. We've got most of it set up and ready, and I plan on having that video of the preliminary walk around ready within a couple of weeks, I hope.
First tow job? Do you remember your first tow job?
Do I remember my first tow job? Oh my goodness. No, I don't. We've had so many, I don't.
Probably pulling me out of a ditch.
I did towing before it was actually a job of mine, because I had a big jacked up 4-wheel drive pickup, and my buddies would knock on the door at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Hey, I got my truck stuck. Can you come pull me out? So that was just a thing. So on the new traffic control pickup, have you thought about installing a message board? We don't have a message board, but we do have the arrow board, and we also have the big 4-foot diamond signs. I've made a scale model of your rotator with working lights. Let me get back up here.
The Angry Viper.
The Angry Viper. I've made a scale model of your rotator with working lights. What's the best way to send you a video? You can do it on Facebook Messenger. Also, do you have an email for international shipping questions? Want to buy a hat? Yes. If you go to, would one of my moderators copy in the merchandise website, please, to the Angry Viper. We can get you taken care of on a hat. That's not a problem. We're also looking at doing some merchandise just for the channel. I don't know if you guys know this, but the Midwest truck merchandise is for the shop. That all goes to the shop, which is fine. That's great. I've had people ask me about wanting to go or wanting to get merchandise specifically from the Ron Pratt channel, which I'm very grateful, and that is something we're looking to do.
Merry Christmas, Cornholler.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Cornholler. All right, let me see if I can put the link up. Somebody said they tried and it wouldn't allow them.
David Delbert wants to know when you'll be updating the Sirens. You got the new Q siren on there.
Yes, we do have the new Q siren on the rotator. I should have that in a video in another week or two, because we had to use it here the other day. Actually, yesterday, as a matter of, not yesterday, the day before Thanksgiving. Today's Friday. Had to use it on a call. We had a piece of equipment came off of a pickup truck. It was a farm equipment, came off of a pickup truck on the interstate, and we got called to run code, and we got to use the big Q siren to expedite to the scene.
Strangest tow job you've ever had.
Somebody said the link isn't working.
It just did. I saw it on there. Well, you've got it up there, but it's not able to click on. There you go. Somebody else got it. Dan Young got it. Thank you, Dan.
Thanks, Dan. Okay, I got it too, I think. Yep, there we go. All right. Is the Q the same one used on fire trucks? Actually, the Q, a fan sent this siren to me. It came off of, if I remember correctly, it was a 1949 Cadillac ambulance. It is not a genuine Q. It's a different brand, but it sounds very similar, and I love it. I love it. And I love the nostalgia of it, that it's an actual off of a 49 model Cadillac ambulance. That was awesome.
Colin, Alex is asking if you have video jobs where children are involved, or would you avoid that? Both her and Alex are watching with me. Hello, Alex.
Hi, Alex. Alex and Colin. Good question. Say hi in Australia. Hi, Australia. I have to be very careful with children in the videos. Anything that's visible from a public roadway is usable in the videos, regardless of age or whatever. But I still try to be respectful of everything. Right now, YouTube is going through the Children's Protection Act, and it's going to affect a lot of creators like myself that create family-friendly channels, because we have to designate whether the channel is designed for children or not designed for children. And Mike, hot rolls, no ice. Nice. That's nice. It's an inside joke. Sorry.
How do you say nice in Australia?
How do you say nice in Australian? No ice. Say it together. No ice. No ice. Okay. Anyhow, something about the London terrorist attack today. I haven't heard about that. If so, I'll have to research that. That's not good. We've had our own terrorist attacks here, and that's horrible. Like the shirt. Thank you very much. Tomaters. Can you please pray? Yeah, there's other people asking what attacks.
Don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not familiar with that. Pro carry trucker drive through your area often. Is it permissible to stop by for 3 to 5 minutes in person? Yes. Not a problem. Day cab with a pneumatic tanker. Yep, we got plenty of room.
Devlin Stevens, hey Pratt family, happy Thanksgiving. Stay safe out there. Love from Saskatchewan, Canada. Hello.
Much love from the U.S. to Canada. Our brothers and sisters to the north. Hello.
London Bridge, 3 dead, including terrorists, several injured.
Oh my. Oh my. Miss Mom Pratt's telling me the repeat that, dear.
3 dead, including terrorists. London Bridge, a London guy attacked people with a knife and was shot.
Okay, yeah, Ethan's pulling it up on his phone here. That's a bad deal. As always, we do say prayers. I know I asked my viewers for prayers, good thoughts, well wishes. I know that not everybody has the same belief system as I do, and I respect that. But I do. I'm not ashamed of my faith, and I don't mind asking for prayers. We'll definitely say a prayer for them.
Hello, Japan and Mexico.
Japan, Mexico. Wow.
London.
Let's see Mom towing face today. Mom's in the kitchen doing moderating at the moment.
Oh, she's getting up.
Oh, she's coming in. Here she comes.
Hello from Mom Pratt too.
There she
Happy
is.
Thanksgiving. It's not a Black Friday, it's a Pratt Friday.
That's right. It's a
Okay.
Pratt
Back to
Friday.
my job.
Pratt Friday shopping alternative. Portugal, Vermont. We got people from all over the world, and that's what's amazing about this channel is we've brought together a lot of like-minded people from across the globe, and I have made friends from across the globe.
Norway, New Zealand.
Norway, New Zealand.
Arizona.
Oh my gosh, comments are just coming in so fast.
Germany, my goodness.
Japan. I'm gonna have to, even though this is on slow, this is amazing.
My goodness. Iceland, Maine, British Columbia.
I'm having trouble talking because I'm trying to keep up with the comments.
Yeah, it's, oh my goodness. Wow. Samantha.
I'm just blown away, guys. This is amazing.
Oklahoma, Texas, Washington, West Virginia, California, spelled with a K. Love it.
Scotland.
Carolina,
We got friends from everywhere. Okay, so questions. I know a lot of people have had questions. We don't get to answer all of the questions like we did when the channel was in its infancy, because it's grown to the point to where we simply cannot answer every question. I wish we could. We started building the channel by responding to every question, every comment that somebody had, and I wish we still could. We just there aren't enough hours in the day. The videos get thousands of comments, and we do read every comment, but we can't always answer. That's why we're trying to do some of the lives to get some of the more common questions answered. How many trucks do you have? We have 5 towing recovery units, 2 road service units, the new traffic control truck, several other pieces of equipment available, pickup trucks, trailers, stuff like that. So total, oh my goodness, probably 10. I right now I can't think. I'm just overwhelmed by
how many trucks we have currently.
Yeah, I'm just overwhelmed by the response here.
Is that
Sorry, my dog is making a mess. We currently have 1.4 thousand or 1,400 viewers, a little over 1,400 viewers. Dale Strange, enjoy watching your channel. Love Tater the Rotator. Thank you very much, Dale. Yeah, that's my favorite as well. For anybody that was asking about the first M100, the Miller's 100-ton rotator, the blue one that you saw on Miller's reveal is actually going just north of us about 2 hours to Petrov's Towing, just east of St. Louis in Illinois. Huge company. Mr. Petrov's an excellent man. I've met him. We've actually called him for jobs before we had our rotator on systems or situations where we couldn't handle it and needed 2 rotators, and he sent trucks down, and great people up there, great people.
Ethan, they wouldn't know if you're excited to work with that.
Yes.
That's about as excited as Ethan gets. Yes. Hey, Chip, come here. Somebody said.
Pro Carry Trucker, understand not making time. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Pro Carry Trucker. Yeah. It's hard to get to all the comments. It really is. We just can't do it.
Oh.
Yeah. Here's our big fur baby, Chip, the monster dog. Big baby. He's a.
He doesn't like being on camera either.
No, Chip doesn't like being on camera either.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Can I have a full review of the rotator? I've done one several years ago. Apparently, I need to do a newer one because we have added a lot of equipment and gear into the tool compartments. As you see, it on the videos, yes, some of the compartments get kind of cluttered, but we carry a lot of gear. Each job, I think of something else that I might need for the next job, and I'm just running out of storage. Yep. Thank you for all the great content from Teresa in Stanthorpe, Queensland, Australia. Teresa Newlands, thank you very much.
How long have you been doing this job?
How long have I been doing this? Mom and Dad started the company in 1985. I was 14 at the time, and I started pushing a broom around the shop. We started the wreckers a few years after that, and I've run the wreckers since day one. Back then, you had a chauffeur's license at the age of 18. They did not have the CDLs. Ethan and I were talking about it the other day because he wants to work into driving the trucks, and the laws have changed so much. I had the chauffeur's license, and whenever they came out with the CDL requirements, I got grandfathered in because I already had the chauffeur's license.
Ron for president. No.
Ron for president? No, I'm not in. I won't do politics. Won't do it. I've tried to get pulled into politics, or people have tried to pull me into local politics, and I just won't do it.
Colin says they're trying to get Alex a service dog. Not sure how they're going to approach it.
Wow. I hope
Service dogs are amazing.
you can get him a service dog, Colin. I really do. I hope you can get him a service dog. That would be amazing.
Smiley then.
Are you planning to get a Landau trailer? We would love to get a Landau trailer. Sam Natal, hey Ron, I wanted to thank you for your trip to the 9/11 Memorial to show your respect. I'm from Long Island, New York. Would love to see you come back and visit the island. Much more to see. Stay safe. We actually spent quite a bit of time in New York, but it was kind of a hurried trip. We were actually there for a lifetime friend of my wife's. Her daughter turned 16 this past summer. We went there for her Sweet 16 party. And one of my bucket lists was to see the 9/11 Memorial. Then Ethan got to go to a few places. LaDonna got to go to a few places. We saw a Broadway show. We got to see Wicked on Broadway, which was amazing, absolutely amazing. It was our friend's treat to take us to that. Kelly, I don't know if you're on here, probably not, but we love you, sis. Ethan.
First heavy you had.
First heavy we had was a 1985 Marmon 57P long nose with a Caterpillar 4.25 B. The record body was a Holmes 750 extendable boom mechanical with a Zach lift hydraulic underreach.
Greetings from North Wales. Hope you had a good holiday. The Welsh ones video. Thank you.
Yes, the Welsh ones video. Greetings from North Wales. Hope you all had a good holiday. We did. Tonight is actually an extension of that. We're going to go to mother-in-law's house after we finish this. That's why I said we're going to have to keep it to an hour because she's going to cook for us tonight. So we'll be going there.
What does run code mean?
Okay, running code. Running code. That is something I get asked a lot about. Missouri is one of the few states where we are in the towing and recovery industry. We are considered emergency vehicles, and we are allowed to run code, as they say. Running code means lights and sirens, or lights or sirens, depending on what the level of the code is. Technically, in Missouri, tow trucks have to run the lights and sirens at the same time. They don't differentiate between code 1 response, code 2 response, code 3 response, but basically running code is emergency response with lights and sirens. And again, we do not make that determination. When we are called by the police department or fire departments, they tell us to expedite, which means run lights and sirens. We cannot do that without being told to expedite. That is not our choice. That is the dispatch agency. Do you prefer the Vulcan V70 or the Century 7035? I've had both. The Vulcan V70, we still have. I ran a 7035 on a Peterbilt 379 for 10 years before we got the Rotator. So I've worked them both side by side. They both have their positives and negatives. I like the outrigger system on the 7035 a little better for your rear side pulls because the outriggers come down at an angle. However, the Vulcans come down straight down, but they have huge scoops, and they also have the hooks to where you can hook rail ties in. And man, once you sink that thing down, it's not going anywhere for a straight off the back pull. So they both have their positives and their negatives. They're both excellent pieces of Miller equipment. Hey, Vic. Oh, Vic, you didn't have to do that. Thank you, buddy, but not necessary.
Hey, If you had a choice between hiring someone with heavy towing or someone with a rigging crane for the Tater, which would you choose?
That's a good question. If I had a choice between hiring someone with heavy towing experience or someone with rigging and crane experience for the Tater, who would you choose? I don't know that I can really answer that. Rigging and crane experience is awesome to have. You also need heavy towing experience. Man, that's a good question. I really can't answer that.
How hard is it to learn the electronics, which look extensive on the truck?
How hard is it to learn the electronics, especially for someone like Ethan? No problem. when Dad brought the truck back from Miller Industries, whenever he picked it up, he gave me a brief overview of what they'd given him. I had it picked up in 5 minutes. Samantha Herat, I come through your area going to Bernie. I've actually got family in Bernie, or sorry, not Bernie, Campbell. I've got family in Campbell. Mom and Dad used to have a trucking company called Pratt Trucking that was leased onto a company, TH Transport, out of Bernie, Missouri. Though that's pretty awesome.
Somebody from Denmark, Henrik, you always talk about your arc nemesis, the power lines. What does arc mean?
Okay, big discrepant. Okay, a lot of people assume that the arc nemesis, people try to correct me and say that it should be arch, which, yes, I know the proper terminology is arch nemesis, but it's a play on words for me because we have the overhead power lines, and the power lines arc. They can arc and strike a truck. They can arc and strike a person. So we pay, it's a play on words. So I say arc nemesis intentionally because of the electric arc, much like a lightning strike. That's an arc of electricity.
Toughest recovery you've ever had?
Toughest recovery? Oh my goodness, there have been multiples. I've had 3-day recoveries. We've had jobs that, like the one from a week or so ago, it wasn't that difficult, but it was just so hot and labor intensive that, I suffered from heat exhaustion. All of them are different. They're difficult. Do you have to scale at the weigh station and be legal in weight and length, even when you come from an emergency recovery? In the state of Missouri, we do not. In the state of Missouri, we can move whatever height, weight, length, time of service. All of those are exempt in an emergency situation. In an emergency situation only. If we cross state lines, we are subject to the same trucking industry standards that any other over-the-road truck company is. We have to be legal, hours of service, height, weight, length restrictions.
Somebody wants to see me again.
Okay, somebody wants to see Mom Pratt. Here she is.
Here's Mom Pratt.
Here's my
Hello. And somebody wants to know what the strangest job you ever had was.
Strangest job?
Besides proposing to me, we'll move it on to the towing and recovery.
Let's see. Most memorable job, good or bad, positive or negative?
I like the one about the guy with the clothing.
Yeah, that was quite memorable. If anybody saw where Ethan and I set up the display for the school kids earlier this summer, and we were talking about a situation where the highway patrol called me. They had found a naked man walking down a county road early in the morning. They responded, and apparently the gentleman had crashed his SUV into the woods. We recovered it, but the first thing that was asked of me by one of the highway patrol trooper that was on scene was, Ron, can you please go look in that SUV and see if you can find any clothing, because this man's sitting with his naked butt on my seat. So yeah, some of those are memorable. Then obviously the ones with the fatalities, which I don't show, those are very memorable. Anytime there's children involved, in it, the strong emotional ones are the ones that get me. Not necessarily the complexity of the job, but the emotional ones are the ones that I remember the most.
Hey, what about the burning car on the outer road?
Yeah, the burning car, that one was tough.
I mean, what you found in the car.
Pro Carry Trucker School Display was an awesome video. Thank you. Is it, Travis T., is it a requirement to have lights and sirens on your towing vehicles? It is not a requirement. You must have the amber beacons, but if you want to run emergency and respond to the emergency calls, running code, then yes, it is required in that instance. If you want to run the emergencies, you have to have the lights and sirens. That is a
So we would
requirement.
like to come down and get some hats for vets at Jefferson Barracks. When would be a good time?
Just make a call to the shop, talk to me or Lauren, and we'll get it worked out.
How do you prepare for winter?
How do I prepare for winter? You never get fully prepared.
You eat a lot.
Yeah, we love to eat. Hey Ron, love the vids. What do you think about the 9055 XL? Oh man, the 9055 XL is also an awesome piece of equipment. I love that it has the same lift capacity at the extended length, the extra length, which is what the XL is. Cost is always a factor, but if you've got the money to get one, it's a very, very awesome piece of equipment to add to your fleet. Micro Apple. If you tow a oversized vehicle over width, do you have to put oversized banners and flags on the tow truck as well? No, we do not. As I said, we are emergency vehicles, and we can move anything in an emergency situation, regardless of height, weight, length restrictions.
What software do you use for editing?
What software do I use? Pro Carry Trucker, good job with a little cat with a thumbs up. Thanks, buddy. I think that's a cat anyway. What was the question, Mom?
I don't know. You expect me to remember? What software do you use?
Oh, software. Software for my editing. I use CyberLink, Power Director. Right now I'm on version 17. I considered going to the 365, which is a subscription service, but this summer I got a laptop and I can share files between the laptop and my home computer on the 17. So I actually upgraded this summer to the 17 from the 15, but I use the CyberLink Power Director 17 is what I'm currently running.
You'll run all the wire throughout your truck for the Ambers, or do you use wireless controllers?
Repeat that, dear.
Do you still use the wired for your lights, or do you use wireless?
Oh, wired versus wireless on our tow lights. Our tow lights are set up so that they can be run either way. If the battery goes dead, you can run a hard wire like has been done for years. All of ours are set up with the wireless tow lights, though. Yes, we can run lights direct to the trailer. A lot of people ask why we put the tow light bar on instead of using the trailer's lights itself. A lot of times in a crash situation, you never know what kind of electrical problems may have with the trailer lighting. So for safety purposes, we hook up the light bar. We don't want to risk getting a short in the electrical system from our truck by powering the trailer's light system and possibly create a fire hazard. So we use the light bar, just standard safety.
Somebody had asked, would you rather use a new, like the M100 or a tried and true B&B 100?
Let's see. Somebody wanted to see the full shirt. Some people call me a tow truck driver. The most important people call me Dad. Well, I hope so. Okay, the M100 versus the B&B 100. I've never had any experience with B&B. I've heard a lot of good things about them. I'm not going to bash it by any means. From what I hear of the M100 and what I've seen of it, I don't think the B&B can compare. Just my opinion.
Night Wolf, where can you buy a hat? There's a link on here.
Yeah, there's a link on here, and also on any of my videos. You can go. All of my videos in the description have a Midwest Truck link, which if you follow that Midwest Truck link, you can go to the merchandise page on our website and get the hats. Night Wolf.
House experience, did you end up saying you were or weren't a child friendly for YouTube? I struggled with that one myself.
as far as the child friendly, I researched it. The new regulations that are going on YouTube. I went with the not made for children because a lot of my stuff, even though this is a family friendly channel, it is not directed specifically at children. That's the way I chose to go. I hope it wasn't the wrong decision. We'll see. It could affect the channel. It could affect the subscription numbers could go down. I really don't know. I don't know a lot about it yet. They're still in the discovery stage of it, and it's going to affect the channel. There's no doubt it's going to affect it because I have a lot of children that watch the channel. A lot of parents. We receive a lot of thanks from parents and grandparents that they can allow their children to watch this channel because they know that we're not going to put anything up that is going to be offensive or inappropriate for the kids. But I can't say that it's made directed for children because it's not.
Have you had a cable snap on you ever?
Have I ever had a cable snap on me? Yes. On the older trucks, like the Holmes 750s, there were no safeties on them, and cables would snap. The newer trucks, you know, most of the winches will stall out on a single line before it reaches the breaking point of a cable. Not that you want to trust that. I'm not saying that, but it's been a long time since I've snapped a cable. Long time. Also, I've learned over the years. You know, I've educated myself, gone to training classes and stuff. If you learn the resistances that you're dealing with, you learn not to overload your cables, and you won't have that problem, as well as the proper maintenance on the cables. Hello from Campbell, Ken Murphy. Hello.
Wants to know if that's a sidearm strapped to your side in one of the videos.
No, this is my phone case. Cell phone case. Cell phone case.
Carolyn Miller, what advice do you have for new tow owners?
Carolyn Miller, what advice do I have for new tow owners?
You will have no life.
Yeah, you will forfeit your personal life for a long, long time. Maybe forever.
One day I drove by an accident scene that had Pierce Heavy Rescue, the type used by fire departments, sporting and towing companies delivering amber strokes. Do you know what the use would be?
I do not. I don't know if you could hear Mom Pratt off camera, but okay. Tyranny Exposed. I answered that question earlier. I know the owner of the new M100, the only one in existence, and sorry, but you're not it. Well, someone, Ivelman 7 put it as a kid friendly. Well, they don't give us that option. They said, is it directed towards children or is it not? Those are your two options.
Did Ethan ever catch any more fishing poles?
Ethan, did you ever catch any more fishing poles? Remember the one video where you and Gavin were at the conservation pond and you caught the fishing pole?
I mean, I've caught several. That wasn't the first.
There's a smile.
Probably won't be the last.
Do I have any regrets of becoming a tow operator? No, I enjoy it. I love it. There's times when it does become tiresome, especially in the busy times. And you're not always dealing with people on their best day. Normally when we're called, people are having a bad day already. I do the best I can to try to calm them down and help them have a better day. Some people you just can't bring them out of that bad day no matter what you do. But sometimes it is, what's the word I'm looking for, dear?
Blessing and a curse at the same time.
Yeah, blessing and a curse.
Should have been a doctor.
Some people don't always appreciate what we do. Hopefully they do, but some people don't. No matter what you do, some people don't. Gunnar Helton. Hi, Ron. Love your channel. I have a couple of questions. If you had a Landau, what truck would you pair it with? Will you restore a classic Holmes truck? First question, we do plan on getting a landau of some sort. We had looked at doing it this past year. We actually have a Peterbilt 587, but it's not set up properly. We're trying to sell it. What we'd like to have is a Peterbilt of some sort, day cab with a longer frame, at least a tandem axle with a lift, so that we can have triaxle to be able to use it. Perhaps mix that with, this was my idea anyway, mix that with a, oh shoot, I'm having a old timers moment right now. Doggone it. DTU, the detachable underreach, Miller's DTU, where you can detach the underreach and wrecker body, single line wrecker body, and still use it and have a road tractor. You can use it as a tow truck, and you can use it as a road tractor. So yes, that would be the truck that I would pair it with would be some kind of a Peterbilt. Hopefully, I'm a Peterbilt fan with the, and will I restore a classic Holmes truck? Probably not. I don't have a whole lot of time for doing stuff like that.
That's why you have me. I will gladly do it.
All right, Mike.
Upgraded the John Deere sprayer. How did you calm down the owner? I would have thought a taser would have worked,
I got one.
but you know, you did it differently.
Okay, Mom Pratt's in there. I don't know if you can hear her off camera.
Yes, they can hear me.
Okay, how did I calm him down? A lot of it is just my demeanor, I guess.
Prayer.
sometimes remaining silent and letting people be heard. Sometimes they just have to vent. They're having a bad day, and sometimes all they need to do is just vent to somebody. And sometimes I allow them to do that. I'm their verbal punching bag, and I can take it. It's okay. But eventually, you know, they either come around or I'll leave the scene. And it's simple as that. And at one point I had to threaten to do that with that gentleman. I said, if you don't want me here, that's fine. I'll leave. I wasn't hateful about it. Just said, you don't want me here, I'll leave. He backed up at that point. He apologized, came back and apologized. And it was good from then on out. We worked together. Micro Apple, did you all ever figure out the issue with the drag winch on the rotator? I believe I remember you mentioning having issues with it, bird nesting and binding up. I've noticed you using it in your latest videos. We have to keep it constantly re-spooled, the drag winch. No, we never did figure it out. We took the redirect pulley out of the equation so that it comes directly off of the shiv head on top of the underreach and goes direct to the top of the winch. The way they had it set up was it went from the shiv head on top of the underreach to a redirect pulley behind the winch and then wrapped in under. And that redirect pulley didn't slide back and forth under power. It was just free floating. In my opinion, I think that their approach angle on the wire rope is too short. So on the 1150R, they have to put the drag winch right at the rear of the chassis. On the 1150S, which is the non-rolling rotator, they can reposition the drag winch further forward, and it has like a 5-foot approach angle, and they don't have the same trouble with them binding up and bird nesting as we do with the 1150R. You also have the option on the 1150S, which is the non-roller again, of two, I believe it's 30,000-pound drag winches that one comes off, they come off at opposing angles, and there you get an additional like 6 to 8 inches of approach angle on your winch line. Sorry, that may have been a little bit too technical, but I was trying to help.
House 61, why don't you see vultures hanging around the wrecks you go to here in Australia? It's not usual to see 3 or 4 tow trucks waiting to get in on a tow.
Okay, vultures in our area, it is not allowed. If you're not called to a scene, you will be removed. You can also be arrested. And I'm very grateful for that. You have to be called to a scene, or you have to be called by the owner. They do not allow the so-called vultures or wreck chasing in this area. In my personal opinion, I think it gives our industry a horrible, horrible reputation. towers fighting over a tow. I don't agree with it. I do not agree with it. I never have. I never will. I don't think that is good for our industry.
Bentley and Bowen, our two favorites.
Bentley and Bowen are on here. Yay. Hey, guys. How are you doing, Bentley? Hey, Bowen. Do what, Mama?
I said, hi, Tracy.
Hi, Tracy.
And someone said I was a cutie. Love you, whoever you are.
Thank Fishy King 03. Thank you, Mom, for all the support you give to these awesome guys. Paul Murphy, if the 1150R died completely tomorrow, what would you buy? Another 1150R? Probably, yeah. If we had the option to buy one, I mean, I'd love to have the new M100, but it is in this area. I don't know if it's be practical or not. I mean, it's an excellent piece of equipment. Don't get me wrong. I would love to have one, but I don't know if I could justify it monetarily.
So I have a question of my own.
Okay, what is your question?
Have you showed everybody the new uniform?
It's not a uniform. It's
Well,
just
the
our
special
new
ones
coveralls.
that we
No,
get. Yeah.
no, I haven't.
Ah,
Would you like
so
to?
Ethan needs to get his jacket.
Okay, mine's hanging on the back chair if you want to see
Well,
it.
I can't fit in.
We've
there.
got some new winter gear that we got from Shelly at Zips. We purchased it. I mean, that wasn't given to us. We purchased it through Zips, but Ethan's real proud of it. So am I. I like it. I think it's going to help us with visibility out on the road. One of the things we're getting close to, we're coming down to like 14 minutes left. I want to stress to slow down, move over. For anybody, whether it's emergency lights or not, if you see a car stranded on the side of the road, you never know when they're going to open that door. Please slow down, move over. Any thoughts of a dual steer axle rotator, Pro Carry Trucker? Yes, we would definitely, even if it was the 1150, our next one would be a twin steer, simply because of the weight requirements. I've seen horror stories of people having blowouts, especially with the 425 tires, the big 4.25. And if you only have the single steer axle, it can be devastating. So yes,
Okay,
dual.
so
Here's the bummer.
There's also,
I'm supposed to say hello to Pascal Friedlander from Belgium. I can't pronounce your name. I did the best I could.
okay, John asking for a video of servicing the rotator, possibly. I'll see what I can do. I stay very busy. Here is, oh, that's, here, get the one with the name. I know, but get the one with the, okay. It's a 4-in-1 jacket, 3-in-1. This part is reversible. This is the inner liner, made by Work King. And then here is the outer shell. It's all waterproof. The outer shell is customized with Midwest on the back. Oh, sorry.
And it has a detachable hood.
And has a detachable hood. Very, very high visibility. So far, what we've used of it, we love it.
There's matching overalls.
Yeah, with the matching bibs.
Micro Apple, hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Thank you for the great content and words of wisdom for us viewers. Looking good there, Bill Engel. Yes.
I have been Micro Apple. I have been compared to Bill Engvall. In my earlier days, before I had my head shaved, it was Travis Tritt. I looked
Yes.
like Travis Tritt.
Here's a quarter. Call someone you care.
Gordon Farmer, is it me or you getting called by police more and more because they trust you? Peace, love, and respect to you all. I believe that part of the reason we get so many police calls is because they do trust us. We have built a relationship of trust. We also train a lot with them. I was actually at a group meeting with police, fire, EMS last week discussing traffic incident scenes and wanting to set a local standard as to how to set up every scene. Of course, they have the TIMS training, traffic incident management safety, that is kind of a universal guideline. And we're hoping to get a cooperative of people here in this area that all use the exact same standards. That way, whether it's Cape County, Cape City, Scott County, Scott City, if we're all working mutual aid together, everybody knows exactly how to set up the scene. And that's what this cooperative is doing. And I was fortunate enough to be asked to be involved in that roundtable discussion. So glad to be a part of that. And I think that's why we get called so much, is because we are an active part of the community and we take an active role.
Somebody wanted to know what's the thing that Ethan admires most about his dad, other than his checking account. Go, Ethan.
Quickly, because we're down to 9 minutes.
Probably just so you work hard and you care about your family a lot.
Thank you.
And Tracy Matthews Bowen asked, how long is the winch on the rotator?
Okay, Bowen, how long is the winch on the rotator? We have 250 feet of line on each of the 2 main boom winches and on the drag winch, and 200 feet of line on each of the 2 auxiliary winches on the rotator. And then we have cables and chains and everything else that we can stretch out. We can reach out a pretty good ways.
Somebody thought I was
Hey, somebody wants to know what your favorite cookie is. Mexi Beast.
My-
Say white chocolate macadamia.
Yeah, favorite cookie, white chocolate macadamia. Without a doubt, hands down. Messianic Hebrew, Sean. Hello, buddy. Sorry I don't get to talk to you as much as I'd like to. If you notice, I made you a moderator. I trust you based on the comments that you've made.
When did you get a deer?
What's the turning radius of your different trucks? How do you judge if you can make it in and out of neighborhoods? For anybody that watched today's video, it's extremely difficult in the residential areas. I've got another video coming up where Ethan helped me at night with a semi-truck loaded with rail ties that got off in another residential area. The rotator does not turn well.
that one.
Yeah,
That was a fun job.
it is difficult to navigate the rotator in some of the residential streets. A lot of times you have to make 3 to 5 point turns just to make a normal 90-degree turn from one street to another. Sometimes you have to go past it, back out, and make a turn. It's hard to navigate. That's where the Western Star or the Peterbilt with the 4024 come in handy. Let's see.
Christian Nixon, greetings from Norway. Have you ever checked out any European towing trucks?
Yes, I love the European design tow trucks. Most of them are cab over design. I don't know if most people know what that is, but it's the flat nose. They don't have the extended nose. They're designed for tight turning radius. A lot of them have Miller-based Boniface systems on them, and a lot of them have the side puller mixed with the 50-ton Boniface or Century, and they are amazing machines. A lot of it, as most of the viewers will know, a lot of the equipment is only as good as the operator, though. You know, you can take a rollback or a tilt tray, depending on what country you're from, and an operator can make all the difference in the world. You can take a rotator and do the same thing. You can have a guy with a 35-ton stick that's a good operator that can do as much with a 35-ton stick as a poor operator with a rotator. A lot of it's in the knowledge of the operator, not just the equipment.
Lauren McD, howdy from Alberta. Be safe out there watching for my rollback tonight.
Lauren,
Thank you,
yeah.
fellow Tobin.
Lauren, please be safe out there. I know you guys, I think you got hit by the storm that passed through a couple days ago. We got some heavy winds here, but nothing like the snow and rain and everything that hit up north. I hope you guys are safe up there.
Ethan, did you get a deer?
Yes.
Ethan, yes, he got a deer. Okay. How do you like the Raptor controls? Do you have many problems with it? I love the Raptor control system. Absolutely amazing. I love it. Much better than the other control systems. Most of the other control systems, you push a button and it's full throw or off. There is no in between. With the Raptor controls, you can feather the controls. You can run the winch a little. You can run it really slow, or you can run it full bore. Same with the boom up, out, all of the other functions. You have proportional controls, and that is absolutely wonderful. Plus, you have the heads-up display, so I love that part of it.
Ethan, quit growing so fast.
I can't help it. My family's short.
John Leininger,
Yeah.
very, very excellent comment. Bad thing about the cab over engine designs is nothing will help absorb the crash before you get there. That is true. One of the things that we used to say is in the cab over, you're always the first one at the crash site. Well, it's sad, but no, it's true.
I mean, I didn't mean it's like funny, but it's just the same.
So, and also several have wanted to know if you were going to do a walk around of the new blocker vehicle.
Yes, we do plan on doing a walk around of the new traffic control vehicle. That is in the works. I'll try to have that up within a couple of weeks. We're almost out of time, so
Everybody wants to know how Talon is.
Talon's doing well. As I said earlier in the video, he has a new role at the shop. He is one of the shop managers. He deals a lot with the customers and a lot with the vendors, and doesn't have as much time to get out on the road because his job doesn't allow him to do so.
I want to know if Ethan's going to graduate from high school. Yes, if it kills me, he's going to graduate high school.
Unfortunately, I have to.
Doris Walker, hello.
If it was my choice, I wouldn't. It's,
Patriot 6111 Towing. What year model is the Tater? It is a 2015. Ronnie Hooper answered that. Yes, the Tater is a 2015. Would you like 50-ton wrecker with side pullers? I'm not sure about that. We considered that, but with that, you lose the roller option. You can't do the roller and the side puller. So I'm not sure if I would want to give up that roller option.
a lot of people.
Can I send my 15-year-old up there so Ron's wife can straighten him out? Yes, I have a small taser. I can straighten him out.
A lot of people have been asking how the lady from the Tired Taurus is doing.
The Tired Taurus lady, she was in the hospital not long ago, and we keep in touch. She's doing well. The car's still running. She still has the same car. It's still running. But she's doing well. She's doing well. She's out of the hospital now. Mike's dad is also doing well. He had some heart trouble, kind of in and out of the hospital, and they're having trouble getting his meds lined out. But Samantha, thank you. God bless you as well.
AZ, Froggies, RC, and more. Just want to pray for you, your family and crew. Lord, just please protect these fine people. Let them be alive for you and let them go home every night. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I don't remember the gentleman's name. I'm sorry. I'm horrible with names. But I had a viewer stop in last week, and my wife doesn't even know about this yet. Came in and just wanted to pray with me. And that was absolutely amazing. I'm very grateful for that.
Those prayers are what keeps you coming home safe every day.
Yes.
I'm grateful for Chris Zumwalt.
Yes.
Food. The way to Ethan's heart is through his stomach. Have lunch on me, all. Chris Zumwalt. Stay safe and God bless and keep up the great work. I live just south of Joplin. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And yes, Ethan, I'm sure will love having the supper.
Ethan, how does Ethan feel about working at Midwest? That one's come up several times.
I like it. It's got its perks, but there's sometimes it gets a bit weird, especially when I'm around this dude right here all the time.
Well, it's not easy working with family. It's not.
That's why I don't.
Business and family are a hard combination. Dad and I don't always see eye to eye. Talon and I don't always agree. Ethan and I don't always agree.
But it's something because he buys me food sometimes.
But it's something that at the end of the day, you go home and you realize that it's just business. When you go home, your family. At the end of the day, your family.
Ron, let's end on this one. Who did you look up to the most besides your wife?
Who do I look up to
He
the
literally
most,
looks up to me.
other than my wife? First, I would have to say the good Lord above. And then second would be my dad. The older I get, the wiser I realize that he is. And on that note, guys, we are out of time. We have prior engagement with family, and we hope that everybody has had a wonderful, our American viewers
I'll be
have
back.
had a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Bye.
Family is everything. Please remember, slow down, move over. We love you guys. Thank you all for participating. As always, thank you for watching, and God bless.
God bless.
Oh, God.